So greetings everyone and welcome to Pillai Center Astroved Power Time Practice. And we are here today on the 16th of December 2017, might be the 17th of December 2017, depending on where you are in the world. Welcome. And for those of you who have been jumping over from Sundays with Sucharita, it's great to have you here to continue on enjoying the energy behind time, or the empowerment behind time. So we have our Vedic astrologer Radha today. My name is Sucharita, by the way, for those of you who don't know me. And Radha is our Vedic astrologer who is going to share about how we can benefit from the sun transiting from the sign of Scorpio into Sagittarius. Now, for some of you, you might just like, astrology, I'm bolting. Don't. Your soul has brought you here for some reason, and you're going to find out why it's so important for everyone to know what their soul's journey is all about, to find out who their soul mate is, to know what their true soul's purpose is in life, to understand why we chose the family that we chose. And so the sun, when it transits every 30 days, it gives us the opportunity for us to tap into the energy of our soul, bring it to the surface, and then work on those areas of our life or enjoy the benefits of them. So Radha, without further ado, I'd like for you to jump in and share about the sun transiting into Sagittarius. Radha? Ah, there you go. I think you need, yeah, go ahead.
Can you hear me? Okay, great. Thanks. I'm glad to be here. And it's a great day to meet and talk about power times, because Sun just moved into Sagittarius yesterday, and Sun is going to be transiting there for the next month. And we have a number of other interesting power times today. We're on the eve of Lord Hanuman's birthday, which Sucharita is going to talk about more later for sure. You know, Hanuman can do the impossible. And also the star today is Anuradha, which is actually Goddess Lakshmi's own birth star. And so it's a very wealth promoting and wealth creating star energy today. So definitely it's a good day to do your Shrim Brazi practice, you know, however you're doing that. And Anuradha star is actually, it's ruled by Saturn, and today being Saturday is also ruled by Saturn. So that brings in that stability, that discipline, loving, compassion energy, that, you know, if you do something good today to help someone, you'll receive a lot of blessings. Like maybe you could make a donation, maybe you could buy a hamburger for a homeless person that you see in the city, anything like that, or help someone that just needs help carrying things, or they're you know, wherever you get that opportunity. Saturn loves it when we do self-service. So, and also this is a great day for connecting to Ganesha. He's very, very powerful today because it's his 14th waning moon. You know, waning moon, we can get rid of things that no longer serve us. And it's just like he's very, it's like he's coming to visit today. And if we connect to him, and I'm sure we'll be doing that in our meditation practice in a little bit, you know, he can very easily remove all types of obstacles that are happening for us. You may even want to use one of these, coconut. I did one of these this morning, roll it around the head, throat, anywhere in the body where you have pain. And, you know, you break it in the name of Lord Ganesha, and it's very powerful. I felt the difference. So let's talk about Sun entering Sagittarius, because Sun is going to be transiting there for the next 30 days. And Sagittarius is going to be putting some light and fire and focus on the sign of Sagittarius. And that's the natural ninth house of the zodiac for everyone. And the ninth house brings in a lot of grace. It has to do with your father. It has to do with your guru, your spiritual teacher, long distance travels, good fortune. It's also a money house. And having compassion is an important component too. So Sun is going to be lighting up Sagittarius, making us to take some action, have some activity. Saturn is also transiting through Sagittarius. Saturn, tends to bring in some limitations, restrictions. He rewards discipline, perseverance, and acts of compassion. And so this 30 days is a great time for you to take action to resolve your long-standing health issues. That may mean consulting with medical professionals or, doing alternative therapies. But Astroved astrologers identified as this is a great time to really get to the root of the issue and resolve it. And the other thing is Venus is going to be transiting also into Sagittarius in a couple days here on the 20th, this Wednesday. And so that's going to give Venus a boost because Venus and Jupiter are each going to be transiting through each other's houses. So they're going to be supporting each other and making each other stronger. And so this just gives us even more energy to follow Dr. Pillai's current teachings of using Shrim Brazi, the ultimate mantra for creating wealth and prosperity for ourselves and the world. And so this is going to give us a boost. Make sure to, take some action to manifest your goals using Shrim Brazi. And of course, taking practical action because Saturn demands we have to have perseverance and go take steps and take actions. So during this 30 days, you may want to, pay extra attention to your father. This is a time where many of us may be participating in our family's traditions and rituals around the holidays, and that's supported by Sagittarius, respecting traditions and and enjoying. You may, or if you don't have all that family stuff going on, you may decide to take like a trip, maybe even to a spiritual location, and or just spend more time in meditation and introspection, as it's, at least in the northern hemisphere here, it's the time of the long nights, short days, cold temperatures outside, good time to go inside for meditation and to tune in. You may want to tune in to Astroved TV, if you have a bit extra time around the holidays, and just have those blessings coming in because they're broadcasting the ceremonies, the sacraments that they do in India, and then we can just receive those blessings through watching and listening to it. So this is a great time to express gratitude for all your blessings, and especially express gratitude to your spiritual teachers, anyone who has given you teachings that help to uplift your life. And if you have a spiritual guru, a spiritual teacher, especially like Dr. Pillai, this is a wonderful time to express gratitude. And how can you, and when you really feel that gratitude for the blessings that have flowed into your life through your spiritual teacher, it's just natural to want to pay it forward and to help a needy person to uplift their life, or to help someone or something that needs help. So in short, this month is a great time to take action for compassion. In doing that, you're going to receive the grace of God very easily, and this is going to bring you a lot of good fortune. For example, make a donation. What I'm going to be doing today is making a donation in the name of some of my family members and to Tripura Foundation. They're going to use the money to help uplift the lives of the neediest children, elderly people in India, Mexico, and beyond. And then Tripura will email me like a holiday gift card that was created by the children, and that I can then email, or I could print out and I could hand to the gift recipients. And so it's kind of like a win-win situation. Of course, I mean, there's many worthy charities. I just happen to love Prayer Foundation because I really believe they do a lot of good. But there's many worthy places where you can take action for compassion. And then it'll be easier to enjoy the end of year festivities and set your goals high, aim high for noble goals for this coming year. Because Sagittarius is the archer, he's the centaur, half man, half horse. He's aiming high with his bow and arrow towards the stars, towards the heavens. So set some noble goals for yourself in the coming year, maybe higher education, any type of goals that speak to you, and be prepared to do that, to be perseverant and do that footwork and take that action to achieve them too. So let's talk about the 3 birth stars that Sun is going to be transiting through this month, because this past year we've done like a little study of all the 27 birth stars, and now we're down to the last 3. We're completing the cycle, and so the last 3 in Sagittarius, the first one is Mula, and one of its symbols is tied up roots. It has healer energy. It can give, like, people who have Mula prominent in their chart can have a really good single pointed focus. They can go deeply researching a particular subject. They can really get to the root of the matter. Mula is, it's a grouping of stars, 9 stars, and it's really at the center of the Milky Way, our galaxy. So this star brings in an energy of really being straight and direct. And very interesting, this is Lord Hanuman, the monkey god's birth star. And his birthday is going to be tomorrow, when we have the new moon coinciding, at least for part of the day, with the Mula birth star. And so, and Hanuman is definitely one who he can get to the root of what is really the problem of what's troubling you. Even if it seems like one thing is the problem. For example, it seemed like my job was the problem, but then in working with the Hanuman Advisory Service, my own personal experience, it turned out he got to the root of the problem. I had a bunch of relationships problems and thinking problems. And the great thing about Hanuman is that he can move mountains. He can do the impossible, and he has definitely done the impossible in my life and in the lives of many people that you can hear from. So connect with Hanuman tomorrow on his birthday, and it's starting now. There's no hard and fast lines in the heavens, so it's starting now. So we can start celebrating today on our Power Times call. Okay, so the next star in Sagittarius is Purvashada. It's probably the star that most exemplifies Sagittarius energy. It's that optimism, the prosperity, the ambition, exuberance. These are Sagittarius-like qualities. One of the symbols for Purvashada is a winnowing basket. That's what you use to separate the grain from the chaff. And so with this star, you can know what is really valuable and what needs to go. And it's really the pinnacle of Venus energy, which again gives us support for Shireen Brazil, right? Purvashada brings in a really invincible feeling, like an attitude of you can't lose. It gives you early victory. It's associated with the god of waters, and people with Purvashada prominent in their chart usually love to be around water, or they might have a career associated with water. And this nakshatra, it's been said that it's the one that's most associated with the joy of living. It's part of a pair of nakshatras. There's a couple nakshatras that are paired in the zodiac. And the second one in the pair is the next one, which is Uttarashada. And one of its symbols is an elephant tusk. So it is associated with Ganesha and that energy of the way that if we start things with Ganesha, he removes the obstacles, and then we can have success. Uttarashada has the power to grant an unchallengeable victory. It's ruled by 10 different celestial beings that represent all the different types of good in the world. And so Uttarashada is similar to it's the other half of the pair, the previous one, Purvashada, but it's a little bit more introspective, and it's not quite as exuberant as the previous one. It's really values responsibility and having enduring qualities, and respect for tradition, positivity. And part of the star is in Sagittarius, but actually a lot of it is carries over into Capricorn. And the part in Capricorn gives it kind of like a really good practicality and ability to be a pioneer and to pave the way. So in this star, Uttarashada, their power comes from aligning with the powers of good. So that is going to conclude our series of studying the birth stars. Whichever birth star is your own is going to be the most important one to you, but every day there's a different birth star, and we're, in this program, Powertime Practice, we're learning how to tap into that energy, different energies present every day, and then to use it for beneficial means in our lives, helping ourselves and others. And I think I will just end with a reminder that after Sunday, tomorrow, we're going to be in a waxing moon. Moon is going to be getting bigger. And so this is the time to take action to manifest. This is the time to focus on growing what you want, your goals. And with that, I think I will just pass it over to Sucharita, and I'm really interested to hear what her perspective is on all these energies present today.
Thank you so much, Radha. It's always enlightening when we find out what is in the time space, and especially in the month ahead, because then we can plan to do the right action. So that's what we're here to do in Powertime Practice, is to be in the right place at the right time, thinking, saying, and doing the right thing. So the focus seems to be at the level of the soul. It's coming up to say, where are we going to experience fortune, luck, and grace? And how, not just getting it, but how when we give to others, then we are going to receive so much grace. Because grace isn't something that you can buy. It is something that will come from within, and you will feel so blessed. So when we can be charitable, as you mentioned, at this time of the year, and it coincides with the holiday season. So it is a great idea to give gifts that keep on giving. So I posted the link to TriporaFoundation.org. So just go on there, and they have the Christmas cards or holiday season cards that the kids have made for everyone. And they're so sweet. It just makes your heart melt. And that's how you know when grace is coming through, when you are filled with divinity, when you're in touch with your highest self, your highest self-esteem, your God consciousness. Our spiritual path is not something that is outside of us. It is within us. And we have to cultivate it and kind of get all the boxes in life checked off. So your spiritual path, are you checking it off? Okay, great, you're here. Somehow you landed at Pillai Center or Astroved, and that's a check mark. So your soul is saying, go towards that which is going to give you the most fortune, because money comes and goes, health comes and goes, relationships can come and go. They can be rocky for a long time. They can be painful for a long time. Our own mind can be disturbed for a long time. We have deep-seated issues that we don't even know about. So when you spoke about Mula Star, Mula means root. So it does get to the root of the matter when you're coming in into a spiritual community, and then also participating in spiritual practices to wake up that consciousness so that it can reveal to us what is at the root of our problems. So being the star for Lord Hanuman, as you can see on the mantle behind me, there's two versions of the monkey god. One is Panchamukhi, and he is like the five-faced Hanuman. And he has all these weapons in his hands, so he can really do the impossible. So if you think in your life that you have issues and you cannot overcome them, or you have not had a breakthrough, then this consciousness, because all these archetypes are just their representation of consciousness that's behind the scenes. So if we can tap into that energy, and by the depiction, you can see you have access to all these really powerful weapons that can just slice and dice all those negative energies. And then we have on the other side of me there, we have Lord Saturn, who is lying down, he's chilling. Saturn can be very demanding and just make us to be in pain and delay, cause delays. And why is this happening to me? And why can't I come out of it? So Saturn is getting chilled by Hanuman, and he's pretty much the only one who can do that. So he's got his big Gadha, which is a big club, and he just says, listen, Saturn, you know what? If someone is going through a Sade Sate or 4th house, 8th house, 12th house Saturn, then you just got to give them a break. So today also is Anuradha star, and that is the overlord is Saturn and Hanuman. So you will feel this energy coming in, this compassion will be there, and it will well up inside of you, almost to the point of tears, or maybe even tears, because it's going to release everything that is no longer serving us. Energetically, we don't know what energy is. We don't know how to differentiate it until it comes to the surface, and then it pings us and we have a bunch of thoughts and we're like, why am I thinking that way? Because the thought is karma. Everybody says, oh, is it my karma? How do I get rid of my karma? You've got to chill out on your thoughts. That's why meditation, you get into a stream of consciousness and it just calms the thoughts down. So then you can select really good thoughts instead of obsessing about worry, anxiety, fear. That's life. Everyone is going to have ups and downs in life. Regardless of how much money you have or don't have, how the people in your life or don't have those people in your life, regardless of your job, regardless of anything. Everything is going to come and go. You're going to have ups and downs. This is the roller coaster of life. So how to manage your time is to manage your thoughts. And how to manage your karma is to manage your thoughts. And how to manage your karma, time, and thoughts is how to manage the energy or the power behind time. So are you empowering yourself or are you disempowering yourself? So Radha shared a great technique, which you can do is I also have my coconut today, coconut cult. So Dr. Pillai has shared this with us. Radha's been around for a lot of years, so have I, a couple of decades. And we definitely recommend this technology because what it does is it represents Ganesha's energy. And he is also very associated with Lord Hanuman, in that they can both break obstacles. They can break through your negative thinking about any situation. You can call it concern, you can call it worry, you can call it anxiety, you know, and you can say, well, wouldn't you be that way if you were in this situation? Yeah, you would be, but don't put it on overdrive. It's gonna kill you. So what you want to do is you want to put the excess thinking, emotions, all that disturbance of your mind, disturbance of your peace of mind into the coconut. And you can see the coconut. There's a lot of secrets there. So there's the there's 1, 2, 3. They look like eyes, right? So this is like your eyes, right? And then the top one is your third eye. So you want to allow this coconut to absorb all the negativity, all your negative energy, all your thinking around the situation that is causing you a problem. And this is surrogate technology, as Dr. Pillai says. And so it will take on your challenges. So it is Ganesha, and then you just absorb it. So you just, like Radha said, you can just put it on your head and just imagine that energy being absorbed into this coconut. Put it on your eyes, put it on your ears, put it on your nose, your mouth. Those are all the sensory organs. Those are all the portals where the negative thoughts can come in, the negative energy can come in. And then you're just like, I'm managing, but why am I so fearful? Why am I so anxious? You know, I'm seeing that everything's going to be okay, or I'm seeing that can be okay for the next moment. I want to build on that. I want to feel positive about this situation, because there always is the silver lining in everything that we do in life, good or bad. So take this coconut and really use it today. It's worth it, the $2. It's $2 here in Toronto. Oh my God. Anyhow, excuse me. And that's what you do too. Put it on your throat. And so you can see, even when you're coughing or you're trying to clear your throat, that's where the karma is. It makes sense where the karma, that it's stored in the throat. Those people who are going, what? How is it stored in the throat? Just think about it. When you're sick, what happens? Usually you get some exposed to some virus or bacteria. It comes in your eyes or in your mouth, and then what happens? It comes into your throat, and then it goes down, right? You get a sore throat, or it goes down into your guts and comes back up, and it's in the throat. So physically and physiologically, there's a lot going on in the throat. So spiritually, you want to clear that. It's higher. It's higher technology. Yes, take your medicines if you need to. That is also important to do. But also do this coconut busting. And then you roll it on your shoulders, because what happens? The weight of the world is on our shoulders. So you can roll it all over your body. If you have pain in any joints, then you can put that on there. Radha, would you mind doing muting, please? Yeah. So, this is really great technology. And then what you do is you roll this around, and then you take it, and then you smash it. So you just go outside and smash it, and you will feel like $1 million, because you'll just be like, all that energy is gone from me. Sometimes people cry. I've cried lots. I've smashed thousands and thousands of coconuts. And I can really feel it, because you don't want to just do your spiritual practices and hope that everything works out. And I'm not really sure if I'm experiencing some shift or not. So if you do a coconut a day, if you're going through a really terrible time, or someone in your life is going through a terrible time and you want to smash it on their behalf, you can do that. You can also participate in AstroVed or Pillai Center services. They go and do it for you. They get a truckload of coconuts. I've been in India when they do that. The truck pulls up. It's like, oh my God, there's like 1,008 coconuts. And then all the guys, they take all your coconuts for you, and then you just smash it for hours with them. So I've done that when I'm there. And then when I'm here and there's a big challenge, or there's a problem that comes up, maybe with health, or maybe with relationships, family issues, job, then I just go and I put click, and I just go, you take care of it. You take care of that part of my life that I cannot do. I'll do my best. I'll be diplomatic. I'll do my work. I'll participate in all my interpersonal relationships, bringing them up to speed, being kind and caring and compassionate. But if there's a lot of congested energies going on, maybe sickness, maybe people are arguing, maybe it's fighting, maybe there's so many delays, go do the coconut busting in the background, and you will see the miracles happen. So that's a great technology. If you can't find coconuts, you can use a lime. So you do the same thing, just roll it around, and then you can take the knife and cut it. And then you will feel really great, because taking that knife is kind of fun too, right? You just cut that karma, and then it's gone. So use that technology, and then we're going to do a little bit of a meditation today, meaning we're going to get into a stream of consciousness where we are going to invite that energy that does the impossible, that will clean up the karma inside. So cleans up at the level of the soul. So this is all soul technology, and that will do the job. And then once that is released, if it comes to the surface, just let it go. And sometimes people cry, sometimes people get really a lot of pain that comes up. Just, you can move around. Nobody's going to be watching you. You can press the video. You can turn the video off if you want, or if you're on the call, you just be in a place where no one's going to be watching. And then you just allow whatever needs to come up and be cleared. And then you'll be free. You'll have calmness in your mind, and then in your body, you'll relax. And then you'll have peace. You'll tap into peace. So you can't buy peace. You have to go into it and experience it. You can't buy God. You have to go into it and then experience God consciousness and grow that. It's not just a one-off. If you think, oh, I'm going to just pray and then that'll be it. No, you got to pray all the time. You have to do your meditation every day, do a mantra practice. You don't have to necessarily sit there and om. You can be just doing a mantra practice with your rosary beads, your mala beads. These are crystal that I have. And you just be putting it in your hand and just saying the prayer, saying the mantra that we're going to learn today. It's a very simple one for Hanuman, although we're going to also do a hymn as well. And it's been given to us by Dr. Pillai, and I'm so happy to share it with everyone here. So without further ado, let's get into a state of receptivity where you can, if you want to, you can close your video off. I'm going to close mine off. And then you can just be sitting or lying down if you want to. If you're tired and you just want to pass out, that's great. It's still going to have an effect on you. So thanks for joining, those of you who need to go. Enjoy celebrating Lord Hanuman's birthday, whether you do that through participating in as the services offered through Astraved or Pillai Center, or at home. Maybe listening to this meditation or chanting the mantra or mantras that were given out. So this is part of the call where we can open it up for discussion, maybe shared experiences about being in the meditation and communing with these divine beings, these archetypal energies that are part of the collective unconscious. They're eternal. And we just keep remembering them, and we dress them up in different cultures and put different names on them. But as per the Indian tradition, the highest self-esteem, the most empowering archetypal energy that we can propitiate during this new moon is Lord Hanuman. And you'll feel this power, you'll feel this strength, you'll feel this energy come alive inside of you. So you'll feel alive. You'll feel like I can do anything. It's not that they're going to go do it. It's you feel that inside of you, and you want to go out and do that in your life. So I will put everyone into allow everybody to unmute yourself. So if you're on the phone, you can press *6. And then if you're on the Zoom video conference, you don't have to, you can just unmute your mic. You don't have to have the video on. There's some people who are posting on the chat, and one person said, I can see Hanuman staring at me so close to my face, I felt a shiver. Yeah. That's when you shiver, you have goosebumps. That means that there's a presence. And the energy is for real. Someone else is saying, my heart was pounding evenly and strongly now. So maybe you felt kind of like dead inside or hollow, or you don't feel like your life force is empowering you. So when you feel the heart pounding, that's an energy that's coming in and healing the heart. That's the grace flowing. And then it will enliven you and just take away your heart sorrows and give you that vitality again. Because whatever we focus on, all our energy goes towards it. And then if it's things that we're worried about or we're anxious about or we're angry about or frustrated, then all that energy is such a waste. It's a waste of our life force. So that's why when you focus your attention on your nostrils, you can just imagine there's a presence. There's an energy that's going up the nostrils. And then you can see it's kind of like it makes an arrow, right? And points right to the third eye. So, you know, when we put our hands together in prayer, we always do this. And I recommend it all the time because it will help you to pray, even though you don't have to say any specific prayer. You just bring your hands together and then you're activating the third eye. And just in that action, you'll feel the breath slowing down. And when the breath slows down, you feel centered, you feel focused, you feel the thought processes are not pinging you and making you to be all scattered in your thinking or confused or upset. Lisa says, I was so sad I was late for this meditation. Well, guess what? You get to listen to the recording or watch it.
Where's my brush?
Goddess Q, did you want to say something?
Oh, so sorry. No, thank you.
Okay, maybe just mute yourself. Thank you. So
Hello?
yeah, who's this?
Patty?
Hi, Patty, how are you?
Good, how are you?
Good.
I was just wondering about Hanuman's birthday party, and is there a case where it's detrimental on you if you were to participate, according to your birth chart? No?
No.
Because I heard, like, if you do certain homas to certain planets, it could be detrimental to you. Is that true? No?
No.
Nothing is? Okay, just making sure. Because there's someone on the internet that YouTubes, he has a channel, and he says that if you put Rahu to sleep in certain cases, then it'll actually be detrimental to you. Like, that's not the case?
Yeah, well, you have to, it's like anything in life, you know, people are going to give you their perspective. And it's not to say that it's not true. It's just to be alert. And so what this person is probably saying is giving us information so that we won't just go and do this and that and the other thing. So it's really important to get an astrology consultation so that you understand where your planets are and how they're impacting you. But when you're studying with Dr. Pillai, he offers these time-based services, knowing that the souls who are ready to receive that information, because on some level, and in their life as well, at the level of the soul and also in their life as well, there's obstacles, there's challenges, it's impossible to break through the issues that they're having. And they're deep-seated issues. So the services that are offered through Pillai Center and Osterberg, they're very time-based. So that's the perfect timing. It's like a lab. You know, that's why they call it Fire Lab, because you are your own self-experiment in life. Everything that is happening to you is because you've chosen it. I know we never want to hear that. We never want to admit that. It's true. At the level of the soul, at the level of the body, at the level of the emotions, and all the various aspects of our life, we make a choice. So as you're asking about this, if your choice is to be in the right place at the right time, then the divine is going to come in and do what it needs to do for you, regardless of what planets are doing what.
Okay, so if Saturn needs to be exalted, does Saturn ever need to be exalted?
Is Saturn exalted? Is that your question?
No, does Saturn in your birth chart ever, is there an instance where it has to be exalted? Like Hanuman, you don't want Hanuman to do anything about it? Is there?
Oh no, you always want Hanuman to do it.
Okay. Just making sure.
So this is think of the planets and their overlords. So Saturn is the planet, the overlord is Hanuman. So think of it as you know, the VP in a company and then the president of the company. You want them both on your side.
Okay, I didn't know if it was good or bad. That clears it up, because I did purchase it and I just didn't know if I should.
Yeah, definitely. Well, and it's beautiful. Thank you so much, Patty, and thank you for sticking with me, because through these conversations, we can get a better understanding of why is it that we are drawn to go do these, to participate in these services, to take these programs, to take these courses. What is compelling us? There's some calling from within, and trust that. That is your intuition.
Well, he kind of reminds me of the monkey. He kind of reminds me of the monkeys on Wizard of Oz, so it's kind of hard for me to connect to him. Because, you know, on Wizard of Oz, the monkeys are portrayed as bad.
Yeah, and two, so if you want to learn how to jump from that perspective or that perception of monkeys, you can go and read about Lord Hanuman. So just, you know, Google search it, as Dr. Pillai says. You can tap your third eye and then go on to Google search and go Lord Hanuman. And whatever comes to you, whatever you're intuitively drawn to, that will be the food for your soul, or the information that you need to jump into that new place of communing with him. And he is playful anyways. So, but the thing is, he's a serious play, right? Like he doesn't want you to suffer. So he's going to take you through that thing that is going to that is causing you pain, but he's going to do it in a way that's going to be very light. That's why you're pushing the breath up to the top of the head. He's pulling that up to help you to look up and.
Yeah, Papa got that.
Goddess Q.
Hi, I have a question. And
Just one second. Can you mute yourself?
Okay.
Thank you. So Patricia, did that answer your question?
Yeah, oh yeah, that did answer my question. I feel a lot more relieved about participating in it now, because I wasn't sure. I'm still waiting for my.
That's why we're drawn to do it, but we want to understand exactly. We want to understand why we're doing it and not be nervous about it, or like, oh my God, what did I just do? Or you're confused. That's not what we want to do. We want to go in there with the making the right decision by educating ourselves. So however that looks for you, go find out about Lord Hanuman. You can read about it on Astroved. There's tons of great articles, or Pillai Center, there's great blogs. And then you can just start to get to know him, because he's a very powerful archetype. That energy.
What would you offer him? What would you offer him if you were to do a
rice pudding?
Oh, okay.
He loves rice pudding. In fact, that's an offering that is available through Astroved or Pillai Center, and he loves rice pudding. So give that to him if you have a statue or a picture, and then you can eat it afterwards, and then you can feel the energy inside of you if you like rice pudding.
Okay, thanks.
Welcome. Anything else?
That's it.
Okay, great. Thank you so much. All right, Goddess Q, if you would like to come in.
Yes. Hi, everyone. So I'm sorry for interrupting, Patricia. And two questions. One question is this. I saw a YouTube video, of course, on Hunuman, and he said that he has the power. I don't know if it's true, and I'm asking you that he has the power. Like, for example, let's say you got your heart broken, from a lover, and he can remove that. Is that true or not?
Absolutely.
Okay, that's great. That's great to hear that. And one, and then two, like, so if you decide, to do the Phi Lab, and each package offer different things. So there's two packages that I'm looking at. One that offer the dumplings. Do you know about that, Richard? The one that offered dumplings, I think.
The rice pudding?
No, not the rice pudding. There's something called a dumplings. They offer dumpling. Maybe I read it wrong, but the rice pudding they offer and all that. But there's one that costs more money, I think. But
Oh, okay. Yes, for the garland.
Okay.
Yeah.
Is that necessary? I want to do rituals so he know that, so he know who I am, and I would love to have his help.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah.
the thing is that we don't want to break the bank. So God only knows what we can afford. So you choose whatever fits into your budget at this point in time, and then the God will know if you can just give one raisin. That's all you can give, or you can just do a mantra, or you can just offer. If you want to participate in Astrovet or Pillai Center services, do the minimum. If that's all you can afford, do not break the bank over this.
Okay. And like, I have a question, since you've been in this for 20 years deep. Okay, because each mantra, how many times do I have to say the mantra in order for a God to, cause I just find out that, if you want Lakshmi to talk to you, got to say our mantra 1,000,008 times. So for Hanuman, how many times I have to say his mantra for him to, reach out and touch someone?
Yeah, about 1,000,008.
So each God is 1,000,008?
That's just to start with, because here's the thing. We don't know what our karma is. And our karma is the thinking, right? So as time goes along, those thoughts are coming from the account. They're hitting our brain. We grab it, and then we start to act out. And then that action, all those actions get, they continue on, or we just say, I don't like that. So the mantra will help us to rise, keep rising above that, to purify those karmas. So the mantra is not only working in our inner world, it's also working around us. And as we're moving through space and time, then that is a purification. So we never know when a mantra is going to have an effect, because we don't know what our karma is.
Okay, thank you.
Mm-hmm. So keep doing it. Keep doing it. And then Hanuman, when he gives you the ability to do it, because he's the guy who says, persist, keep going. He will give you that energy. He will give you that intelligence to stay on your spiritual. Is that it, Goddess?
Yes, you answered my question.
Thank you so much. Have a great day.
You too.
So are there any other questions or comments? Shared experiences. How was the meditation now that we've had a little bit of time to come back to ourselves? Someone is asking, I'm doing the mini mystery school meditation. I often see animals, a mother bear with cubs. I see a dog coming close to me. Can you please explain if this makes sense? Thanks in advance. Yeah, you can, again, go to Google and type in bear totem, bear animal totem, T-O-T-E-M. And then it gives a list of characteristics or qualities around that, the spiritual aspect of those beings who are coming into your consciousness. They're trying to tell you something. So for everyone, it's going to be different. So the dog and the bear, you can go check out. You can energize a statue at home, absolutely. I have lots. Even just with some water. So I had this Hanuman. He's another form of Hanuman. I love this one. He came through Astrovid years and years ago. And he's in prayer pose, right? The other guys are like with weapons. I'm like, oh, thank goodness we have the one who's the prayer. He's in prayer pose. And yeah, I just poured water on him before the call. You can pour milk, you can pour juice, and you imagine that energy inside of you coming alive, because when you pour water or liquid, it has the hydrogen in it, and hydrogen is God. So you're putting, there's about maybe anywhere from 65 to 80% water, depending on which sources you read. But that's what our body is made up of, water, mostly water. So you want to energize the statue with the water at least. And then as you're doing that, you think of yourself being energized, and then that chemical interaction is going to take place at a subtle body level, right? Because we're all just light particles. The universe is made up of light and sound. God said, let there be light, and there was light. So he said something, and then there was light, right? So that's why when we're in our meditation, mostly there is a component of light that is a stream of consciousness, and it shows up, and it's called red or orange, or, right? Even you can think of colors, when you think of a sunny day, you think of this light, and it's brilliant, and it's beautiful colors, especially around sunrise or sunset. And it does something to your brain, it does something to your psychology, it does something to your body. So so if you buy a statue, then this method of hydration will still work. Absolutely. This is your surrogate you. So if we're meditating and we don't know whether we're connecting with the energy, then it's always good to have an image. And you want to have this image so you don't have to imagine it anymore. It's there. And then what you'll start to feel is this transmission going back and forth. Is it too late to sign up for Hanuman packages? Yagna, you'll have to go on and see if either on Astrovet or Pillai Center if it's still available. Because I don't know, because it's happening tomorrow. So sometimes they take it off a little bit earlier. It doesn't look like it. Oh, darn. Okay, both on Pillai Center and Astrovet? Okay. Well then, at home, this is what I recommend. You can get a picture, or if you have a statue, you can even have a little one. This came through one of the services over the years. Isn't he cute? So he's just a little Hanuman. You can see his tail in the back. It's kind of wrapped around. So it's nice, you put it in your hand, right? And then you just feel that energy, you feel that connection. Yeah, it looks like about a ½ inch or an inch. Ah, Elizabeth is saying you can buy energized statues through Astrovet and Pillai Center. Awesome. Yeah, so get it because it's going to be energized during this time, once a year. And then you just, when it comes home with you, then you have it and you have that feeling of he has the ability to do the impossible for you. So you know that you can do the impossible for you because you always have that as a cue or a reminder, a visual cue. And then the more, the plant that the monkey god is associated with, the plant. Radha, do you know? Off the top of my head. Oh, Nagini. Ha, nice to see you. Betel nut leaves. So BETEL, nut leaves. Yeah, you can give bananas. You can give rice pudding. He loves rice pudding. Please give that to him. It's kind of like, you know, in the West, we give a birthday cake. I think in the East too, everybody gives birthday cakes these days. So he loves the rice pudding. That's his birthday cake. So give him rice pudding. So when you pour water on a statue, do we need to dry the statue with a cloth or can we leave the statue and let it air dry? It depends on the statue, Miriam, because some statues are more copper and they can get discolored. So it's a good practice just to dry it off a little bit. And you can let it air dry too if it's really hot in your place, or it'll dry fast. Does anyone have any questions for Radha about the sun transiting? I know if you're new to astrology, it's really helpful knowing what's going to happen in the month ahead and what areas of your life you want to focus on. So major focus is on the father, your own biological father. Even if you have a relationship with him or not, you want to connect with that and get the blessings, get the grace, because it's also as it's transiting through Sagittarius, it's going to give grace. So how do you get grace? You just go and look towards the areas in life that grace will flow, right? If you want to go to have snow and you're in California and there's no snow because you're at the beach, then you have to go to a mountain, right? To get some snow, maybe in a different state or a different country even. Just like I want to, instead of going out and shoveling snow today, I would like to go to the beach. So I would have to get on a plane and go somewhere else. So you want to get into the spirit, into the knowledge that, okay, do things at the right time. And then if you can't, then you just go and do that thing. Someone is saying, and you continue with that, with what we do at home. Can you continue with what we do at home? I'm not sure what you mean by that, Yagna. Maybe put some more clarification or jump on and say hello. Yagna is the fabulous content writer for all our newsletters and blog postings. And then also Radha contributes to that. So Yagna,
Hi.
thank you so much. Hi, how are you?
I am great, thank you. Well, I thought I could still sign up for Hanuman's packages, but I can't. So I wanted to know what more we can do. You started saying hold Hanuman in your hand.
Yeah, so you can hold him in your hand and just feel that energy in your hand. You can say the sound Hreem, H-R-E-E-M.
Okay.
Yeah, because that's the sound for highest self-esteem, meaning it's going to push the attention from the nostril breathing to the top of the head.
Okay, very good.
How was your experience in the meditation?
It was good, very good. Always very good.
Did you go deep or pass out or?
Oh, well, you know, someone walked in the room while I
Oh.
was while I was meditating, so I had to, you know, just block them out, and kind of spoils it actually. I'm not in a little private place right now.
Right.
So, but it was fine. It was good.
So it's good that you brought that up, because what happens when someone does walk into our room or disturbs the peace? And it always reminds me of Dr. Wayne Dyer, God bless him. His soul is resting in peace. He had shared a story about when he was meditating, and he was in Hawaii, and he's in this beautiful place, and he goes down to the beach, and he's like all ready to do his meditation. He goes into it, and then the guy, the gardener, cranks up the weed whacker and just weed whacks the whole time. And so he's like, oh my God, he goes over afterwards, after the guy stops and he finishes his meditation, he goes over to the gardener and gives him $5 and says, thank you so much. And the gardener's like, what is this for? I was disturbing you. And he goes, it made me to go really deep, to shut the world out. So when I started studying with Dr. Pillai, we were studying in a place where there's airplanes going over over our head all the time, and you could actually feel it, like the house was shaking, or you know, the airplane was taking off or landing. And when we were in our meditation, and all of a sudden it would just be like this powerful, overwhelming experience, and some people are like all disturbed and everything, and I was like, oh my God, what is happening? Am I taking off? So if you are disturbed, or there is some disturbance in the force, it's a great practice, because guess what in life? We're always disturbed by everything. So that's going to go on, but it's not going to disturb our center. It's not going to rock our soul. Our soul center is so much more powerful. So, and then that will calm the thoughts down, and then it will just shut everything out, because there's no sensory, you're not paying attention to it through your sensory organs. You're paying attention to the inside. So thank that person, give them $5.
Sure. Thank you.
Okay,
Great.
thank you.
Uh-huh.
So do I connect with my dad who passed back in 1887 by spiritual technology approach? Andrea, you can do Tarpanam. On the new moon, you can connect with your ancestors. There's services that are offered through Pillai Center and Astroved where once a month, there's a new moon, and you can participate in those services. So you can do it for a whole year and see if those ancestors are not disturbing you. How do you know ancestors are disturbed? Because you have financial issues, you have relationship issues, you or your family members, like siblings or parents. There's some pattern that gets passed on through the generations, and we share our DNA of our ancestors. So that's why Lord Hanuman is a great being to help us, because he's the one who roots out disturbed spirits and afflictions that are passed on through the lineage, through the DNA. And then his energy will cut you off of that. So it's not that you get cut off from your ancestors. It's just that energy won't be there. So it cuts you away from that affliction, like cancer or, you know, any disease. That's not right. You know, there's some dysfunction, and then you can trace it in the lineage. So, and as Radha had shared, she's been a member of Astroved Advisory Services, which I share with people who have that calling. There has to be a real calling to want to go and clean up the DNA, clean up the lineage, clean up things like ancestral curses or afflictions or negative energies. All means the same. Things like people who are jealous of you or envious of you or it kind of like put negative energy out all the time, and you're just going along in your everyday life, but you feel this pinging all the time. There's some presence there that's disturbing. Or you find that you're fine in the morning, and then by like 1 or 2 in the afternoon, you're just exhausted. And then your energy picks up around dinner time. Why is that happening? It can be the natural circadian rhythm, but it also, you have to really look at it. Are you totally debilitated, confused? Because there's an energy that's coming around. It's in the spiritual realm. So working in advisory services with with Hanuman Das, who has a beautiful connection with Lord Hanuman, and Lord Hanuman just points and he says, this is the root of the person's problems. So it will be either ancestors or, some black magic, like things that people, things that our people are doing. And trust me, I never believed in this until I started working in it, had it done my own self as well. And you work up with him for 18 months. And then he looks at the areas of your life and he pulls out all that karma, all those afflictions, all that congested negative energy, so you can be free. And then the first remedy that he does for everyone is a 7-day tarpanam. So all your ancestors will be propitiated. And then the ones who are causing the most disturbance, then they will be freed up to go. So he kind of is like a negotiator on your behalf of your soul's evolution. And your soul is getting pinged because you're a very highly evolved spiritual being. It's not about, oh my God, I don't believe in it. What do we believe in? We believe in something when it works, right? So when we go and try it out and it works, that's when we believe. So it has nothing to do with your religion or faith or, whether you believe in that or not. It is happening because you're on the spiritual path. So you want to find out what's going on in the spiritual world. I don't know this spiritual speak. I don't know what happens. It's hard enough to navigate in our everyday life, right? Where we don't know what's going to happen. Out of nowhere, someone can come and sideswipe us, or our bank account can go down to zero, or someone can get ill and be in a crisis. So there's things that we can't predict, but we can also get the support that we need. So having the support of Lord Hanuman through advisory services is something that people are called to do it. And then that will help you to do the impossible. And then you don't have it anymore, like Radha said. And like I can share too, because I've been in the program and I also help people to go through the program and work with Hanuman Das so that they can get freedom from long-standing chronic issues. So it's no mistake that his birth star is Mula, which is the root. So it gets to the root cause of your problems. And so you want to know how to get rid of karma? That way is a good way, because then it's gone. Because when you take the roots out of weeds, they're gone. They can't grow anymore. So when we do our tarpanam or we do other things, it might just be pulling the weeds so they're not coming to the surface, but they're still there. So you've got to keep digging at it. That's part of being on this path with Dr. Pillai, is that it's your life. We can just offer the services and give you some support and give you some information, educate you on what it is that you're doing, and then you got to keep doing it. You got to keep persisting. You got to keep digging deeper. You have to explore. That's what there's so many services and programs and courses offer. But trust that your soul will call you at the right time to do whatever it is that you need to do. So Catherine is asking, how do I sign up for advisory services working with Hanuman Das? You send an email to me and we'll have a screening call, because there's 2 criteria mainly. One is that you have to be at a level of your spiritual evolution where you understand that everything you've done to this point, it has not gotten to that root cause. It hasn't rooted it out. It hasn't taken it out. uprooted it. And then you haven't seen the changes in your life. You've had experiences like we all do. And that's where our consciousness is at any given point in time. So nothing, when we're doing something and we're saying nothing is happening, it is happening. You just don't see it because you've got so much other stuff going on. So, but once that is cleared, all your spiritual practices, regardless if you're on this path with Dr. Pillai, or we have people from all kinds of different religious backgrounds or spiritual backgrounds. They've studied with different masters, gurus, and then they come to Dr. Pillai and everything goes so fast because they're prepared. So that's one of the criteria, is that you're prepared to really get to the root of your problem. And you don't have to be on a particular spiritual path. You've been spiritual your whole life, and something is wrong with this picture, you know? Like I'm waking up every day and something is just not right. And I'm going to my work and I'm a good person and I'm doing good things, but all of a sudden my money just goes. Or people are dying off in my life. That's a sign that the ancestors are just taking them away, right? So don't get taken away by it. Do something about it. So that's the first criteria, is you have to be spiritually aware and then emotionally stable with the spiritually awareness. You know, you have to understand that this is going to be something that is going to be kind of like tearing out those bad behavior patterns. And if you're not really ready to let them go, it'll be a bit of a struggle. Lord Hanuman will overcome. And his energy will do that for you. It's not that you're going to be told you do this or you do that. You're going to do whatever you're going to do. But that energy will come in and you'll be supported throughout the whole process, and you'll understand every step of the way. And then there's a money commitment, a financial commitment. And it is, because it is a very serious endeavor that you're going to embark on for 18 months, and you're going to get lots of support and a lot of spiritual remedies being done on your behalf. Sometimes there's 50 remedies that are being done at various places for you all at once. Then there's the power times for your soul based on your star or based on your issues. So it's very, very personalized, customized. So there is a financial commitment, and if you want to find out about that, just send me an email, sucharita@PillaiCenter.com. Soreti. Soreti, would you like to say something?
No, sorry.
Okay. It happens. Okay, are there any other questions or comments? Radha, do you have anything that you'd like to share or give feedback? Oh, someone has their hand up. Just open your mic. You can interrupt me at any time. Gia?
Hello,
Hi, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good.
So I had a question about purchasing the statues of like various archetypes, because sometimes you can see something and you kind of feel drawn to it.
Uh-huh.
And I was wondering if that was okay to do, and also if once you receive the item, if there was a particular kind of way you needed to integrate that item into your altar or perform any kind of, I mean, obviously I understand about the hydration and offering water, but I was wondering if do you have like an initiation, I guess, that's what I'm trying to ask, with the item that you purchase?
So if you're purchasing it through Astroved or Pillai Center, then it's already energized.
Oh, it's not through them.
Okay, so then you can just, whatever item that you get, that's fine. And then you just do the mantra. You can do, maybe they have instructions for you to energize it. And I would ask that. I would say, what are the instructions? Because I don't know. Outside of Astroved and Pillai Center, I don't know.
I know, and that's why I sort of feel like I don't really want to discuss the retailer involved. because I feel like you know, it's just something that you see and you feel drawn to, and so I purchased something. But I was kind of wondering if when I kind of place this particular archetype on my altar, if there was a way to kind of, I suppose what I'm trying to ask is, you know, to welcome them in a way that's appropriate and make them feel at home. If that
Yeah,
makes
so yeah, so you can just do the same. You can just offer a light, incense. You can put flowers. You can, you know, put a little bit of water on it. I don't know what it's made of. So is it made of metal or?
yeah, it's metal. I
Mhm.
haven't really checked it properly because I'm just waiting for a certain
Mhm.
time to pass. Sorry for being so cryptic, but you know, there's a reason why. And so I just thought that when I do actually get round to properly like welcoming the archetype that I purchased, like if there was anything extra, because I know obviously it's not been it hasn't been energized, it's just something that I saw and I felt very drawn to it, and it kept coming into my mind for ages, so I felt like it had to come into my life, and now I sort of feel like I just wanted some guidance, because I feel like your expertise is amazing. So I just wanted some advice from yourself about perhaps the best ways to kind of welcome it. But no, thank you. I appreciate that. I'll do the sort of welcome ceremony that you suggested with flowers and incense and light and perhaps some water as well. Thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, that should do it. And then I mean, you can Google it too, whatever the archetype is, and then just see like how to energize the archetype,
Okay,
whatever it is. And then that, you know, whatever site comes up for you, that will resonate with you.
great. Thank you so much, Sucharita.
You're very welcome, and God bless.
Thank you.
Hello,
Hello,
Sucharita.
Mia, how are you?
You can tell my voice. You're unbelievable. Anyway, thank you. It was a wonderful meditation. I just have a quick question before we leave. When we're in with Hanuman Das, is it possible to have something done for somebody in your family that's very sick?
Yes.
It is?
Send,
Okay.
send me an email, Ramya, and we'll have a
Okay.
call. You can just tell me about it.
Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
You're very welcome. God bless.
God bless you. Bye-bye.
So Ramya is another student. She's enrolled in advisory services and all the year-long programs with Dr. Pillai, and you have an amazing story, and you're so inspiring for me because your life as I knew you in just only a short period of time has totally transformed. So that is the grace and blessings. And then knowing at that deep, deep soul level that this is going to be what you need to do. And then when you're in advisory services, just like you asked, you know, because you're already a member and Lord Hanuman is already calling your soul, then you can also ask to pray for other people that you love and care for, and that will help their soul as well. So God bless you. We'll get your message over to Hanuman Das. He'll look into it.
All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Ramya.
Yeah.
So there is another program that is going to be going on, and it is through Pillai Center. And I'm not really sure who is going to be one of the teachers, or maybe even Dr. Pillai, I don't recall, but it's going to be on Shreem Brazil. Is it Radha? Is it going to be on Shreem Brazil? Turmeric or something, is it? I don't think your mic is unmuted. Yeah.
Oh, actually, I haven't heard about that yet. I need to look into that.
Oh, okay. So if anyone else knows, if you can post it, I know it's happening. There's so many things happening through Pillai Center and Astrovid. And Oh, Regini is saying herbs for the holidays. Is that happening now, Regini? Uh-huh. So you can jump over there if you want to, or there'll be a recording. I think we'll pretty much wrap it up, although there's quite a few people here. Do you have any questions or shared experiences that you want to ask Radha? Or Radha, do you have anything to share before we wrap up?
No, I'm good. I'm just really enjoyed the call and being here with everyone.
Yeah, well, thank you so much for sharing what we need to look out for in the next 30 days. And the focus that we have now is all about getting grace and getting the grace coming from the teachings too, right? Because it's the spiritual father is the ninth house. And so we want to get, if we've been doing meditations or we've been doing mantra practices and we don't really know if it's working or not, this is a great month to ask the spiritual master, Dr. Pillai, to go up to the level of the soul and clean up any thing that's in the way of you receiving all the blessings coming from your efforts and practices and mantras and so on. So it's nice to hear that. And then we never know if there's some issue going on with our father, or if we have issues with our father who has passed. You can do things for the soul of the ancestor, and then that father's soul will send you the blessings, because we're 50% of our father's genes, right? We share half of our mothers and half of our fathers. So that's why it's really important, even if we didn't have a great relationship, or we did have a great relationship and we missed them, that ache will create a negative congested energy. We want to be happy that they are evolving so we can get prayers and blessings from them and know that, oh my God, that's from my mom, or that's from my dad, or whoever has passed. So at this time of the year when sun is transiting into ninth house, it's good to get the blessings from the father. And then somebody was saying on the new moon, I'm going to propitiate my ancestors who are alive. Your ancestors are not alive. Your ancestors are those who have passed. So they're dead. So your relatives, the people who are alive, your relatives, they are related to you, but they're not ancestors. They are the descendants of those ancestors, right? So just be clear that you don't want to do tarpanum rituals for your mom or dad or grandfather or grandmother, somebody who's alive. They're alive. It's not a funeral rite. It is a funeral rite. You don't want to give them a funeral rite. So you don't do the tarpanum for the people who are alive. Do it for those who are gone. And then too, the birthday trip is all filled up. So if you wanted to just go to one part of it, the part one, that is still available, and it is at the first week of the birthday trip, because there's 2 weeks, 2 parts, and the combo trip, the part 1 and 2, is filled. The second part is filled, and now there is just 10 spaces, maybe even less now, that are available for you. So if you're feeling drawn to go and get some karma busting, get on a plane and go to India for that week, and you will feel all clean, fresh, and new. So that's what's happening. And then the week ahead, just looking at the AstroVed calendar. I ordered my AstroVed calendar finally. I get them online, a PDF, and it's kind of boring. It's just a printout, right? So I saw the calendar and I went, I have to have one of those. It's so colorful. It's so beautiful. So it will be coming, and I'm so happy about that. So get one too. It's your roadmap to your week ahead, to the day, to the week ahead, to the month ahead, and so on, the year ahead. So this week ahead is, oh, we're coming into winter solstice too. I don't know if, Radha, did you mention that? Anyways, and it's going to be on a fourth moon. So that is going to be, fourth moon is also great for Ganesha. So get your coconuts, smash one tomorrow for Lord Hanuman's birthday and ask him to do the impossible for you. You can smash one today if it is still the 14th moon. And then if you want to get one more, you can smash it on fourth moon, which is on the winter solstice, Thursday, the 21st. So it's always good to do the spiritual technique during the most powerful time that it will have the most benefits or the most effects. You will see the results. And if not, you'll feel it. And if you don't feel it, just know at the level of the soul, this is what the soul needs. Whatever's going on in your world on the outside of it is always going to go on. But once that soul gets really strong and it beams and it burns away all that negative congested energy that is just covering it, once it peels off all the layers, like when you peel the layers off of an onion, you just stop crying after that, right? Because there's nothing left, just the soul, right? Just the soul. God, just God. So that's the whole path of the soul, is to realize God in this lifetime and not someday down the road. So the technology is that which will unlock the secrets. And if you can get into the mystery school, it's a really powerful program where you will get so many secrets of life and how to unlock the mysteries of it with the technologies that will be shared. And through Dr. Pillai's grace and blessings. And then also there's a divine law that says we can only give this when the soul is ready. So if your soul feels it's ready, then mystery school is gonna take you to that place that you can't even imagine you would go, not just in a spiritual sense, but in your life. You'll just be radiating and people will want to be around you and do things with you, and you'll be in places that you never thought you would be and doing things that you never thought you would be. But because your soul is opened up to it, it's easy for your consciousness to grab onto it and be that. So that's what's happening at the end of the month. The gates of heaven open up. Vaikunta Ekadashi, go read about that. If you missed Lord Hanuman's birthday, then don't worry about it. Give him some rice pudding. Just go make some or buy some, and then you can just offer it. Even if you don't have a statue or a picture or a yantra, you do, because you can just Google it on Astrovid or have it on your computer or on your phone. You don't even have to download it. Just say this is for you. I'm not really even sure what to do, but just like I would give a birthday gift to someone or give them the cake, then you just are doing that so that you're doing a physical thing, so you get the sense. You feel that sensation through your body. You feel the transmission and the blessings, and you'll feel very different than if you don't do it. And again, it's not about whether you believe it or not. You'll only believe it after you do it. So go do it. What do you got to lose? It's just some pudding. All right, Radha, anything else?
No, that's all. Just enjoy the week ahead. Enjoy Hanuman's birthday, everyone.
Thank you, Radha, and happy Hanuman Jayanti, as they say in India. Happy birthday to Lord Hanuman. And then if you have any questions or comments or shared experiences that you want to write in, you can send an email to Powertime Practice, all one word, @PillaiCenter.com. And or you can send me an email, sucharita@PillaiCenter.com. And then we'll be happy to support you. Enjoy the meditation. Yeah, you can download it and then just listen to it even tomorrow during his birthday. Just have it playing. And then you just are in that realm and you'll feel his presence even stronger than you did today. So you've been opened up to it, and now you'll recognize it, and he will recognize you, and you'll come together, you'll commune together, and then grow that energy within you, and you'll feel it. You'll feel high self-esteem. If you've never felt high self-esteem, then you will feel it and go, whoa, this is great. And then because he's pushing your thought energy, your life force energy to control your thoughts, you won't have negative thoughts, or you won't be attached to them. They'll be there, but you won't be grabbing onto them and making that a part of your whole being. They will just like fall off like dead leaves off of a tree, right? Or water off a duck's back. So God bless you all. Thank you so much for joining, and we will see you next week. Have an amazing, empowering week ahead. Bye-bye.